a weak set of first quarter earnings. Revenue, EBITDA and profits have all come in much lower. Margins have also declined for the company in the quarter. Vijay Banka is Managing Director of the company at Dwarikesh. He's joining us right now. Mr. Banka, thanks for your time. Could you tell us what happened? I mean, the quantity of sugar sold also is lower and the realization is also a fair bit lower.
Yeah. This has been an extremely challenging quarter for us. The sugar prices are, if you see, our sugar realization has been at 2,800 rupees a quintal approximately, which is down by about 770 rupees per quintal as compared to the last quarter of the same quarter of the last year. So it's the sales are down mainly because now the government has reintroduced quota mechanism for sale of sugar. So our quota for the month of June was lesser. But more than the quantity of sugar sold, what impacted our profitability was the lower sugar realization and also the lower realization on sale of molasses. Molasses, we've been virtually giving it away free to all our buyers. So it's been a difficult quarter, but if you've seen, we have done well insofar as the power segment is concerned. We've done well insofar as the distillery segment is concerned. But overall, yes, a disappointing quarter as compared to the same quarter last year.
Mr. Banka, good afternoon, sir. For the coming season now, what's the recovery rate that can be expected?
Very good afternoon. For the season 2017-18, we clocked a recovery of 11.88%, which was the highest recovery in the north of India as far as the groups are concerned. So we expect, we are doing all that is possible which is within our control to see that the recovery gets better, but they cannot get phenomenally better because we have reached a point where we have maximized and optimized our efficiencies. But certainly we see some room for improvement insofar as our recovery is concerned. Generally, the recovery of the industry is also getting better because of the spread and the reach of better variety of sugarcane, which is CO0238. So we are expecting a bumper production season of 2018-19. As per the estimates that are drawn by the ISMA, preliminary estimates, we expect a countrywide production of 35.5 million tons, vis-a-vis 32.2 million tons which we produced in the season 2017-18. So it's going to be a bumper production year. The fundamentals really look very challenging and very difficult, mainly because the demand is, the local consumption of sugar is only about 26 million tons. So we're going to see a huge amount of surplus in the system unless the government evacuates the sugar by way of exports, unless they give us some subsidies, we are going to be facing some difficult times. But having said that, what I can say about our company is that we are one of the most efficient players, number one, and number two, we are largely long-term debt-free. So we have certain cost advantages vis-a-vis others.
Mm-hmm. But Q2, July to August so far, is the situation poorer as compared to Q1, April to June?
No, the sugar realizations are better because the government has introduced, number one, they have gotten back to the monthly release mechanism, so they are advising us how much sugar should be sold, and they have fixed a minimum selling price of sugar. So with the restricted sugar sales, the prices are better. The realization, which during the entire first quarter was at 2,800 rupees, has improved, and now the sugar is selling above 3,200 rupees. So insofar as the sugar realization is concerned, things are a little better. But well, second quarter is always the most difficult quarter because there is no production, no income accruing from the power segment. So second quarter is always one of the most challenging quarters that we have seen ever.
Okay. So final word there on the FY19 guidance. Could you give us a sense of what you might be able to do on the top line and where you might maintain margins?
It's a very difficult question. 2018-19, it's got a long way to go because a lot will depend on what kind of support the government is going to offer. The government is already trying to see that the sugar prices remain at reasonable levels. But as I mentioned a little earlier, that sugar production is going to be a record high. The consumption is going to be nearly stagnant. So and we expect state governments, we are already representing to the state government to grant us some subsidies. So, so things are pretty challenging, but having said that, like I said, we are efficient, and we will try to keep our costs under control, and we will see how we can face those challenges.
Mr. Banka, thank you very much. Appreciate you joining in. Good speaking with you there.